Reinhardt Zarya on Route 66. I guess he's a new sub because I've never seen the name before. But he's in the sub channel. Probably in here somewhere since he's just sent it to me. But Space Creator. No healers. We're off to a good start. One healer. Ooh, two healers. We did it. No Reinhardt though. Is that the play? It's not really ever the play. Oh, you're Seth? Got you. Is there audio?
Together we are strong.
Two healers is PogChamp, but no Reinhardt is what face? So I'm not sure how this goes, but thing with Diva is like she's good, but she's not like the best. I feel like you want Zarya or you want you want Zarya or you want Diva. You don't want both. Like King of the Hill, and maybe even then I don't even know if you want it. Practice your tracking. Wow, such aimbot. Wow. I mean, that's actually a good way to practice tracking. I'm being sarcastic, but that's definitely not bad.
Get in there. Give me your best shot. That's more
I hate when that happens, man. When like you put out your Zarya bubble to counter to like eat a fire strike, and then like your Genji deflects it, or your Diva eats it, but you wanted it to get hit. Your team's positioning is pretty bad right now, but again, you don't have a Reinhardt, so maybe skirmishing on the cart's not the worst thing, but you're just gonna lose this push because your team's dead. And I haven't really seen you use your bubbles too well, but again, like you don't have a Reinhardt, so whatever I say, like you can live here and like try to get your ult up. Team is just dead because you have no damage block. And because you decided to take a fight on the low ground without the Rhine, so the Roadhog just wound up getting a free pick on your Reaper, and then once the Reaper was dead, the game is over. And now you went from having a Lucio to a Mercy Rough Life. Are you waiting for something? Right, you're switching to Reinhardt. But you waited too long. Rip. Think we'll see less Reinhardt? No. I think Reinhardt will still be in the pick all the time. The Roadhog is super pushed up for some reason. I don't know who you bubbled there, but you should have bubbled the Mercy as soon as you heard the High Noon. Like, you're kind of just burning your bubbles. I mean, you burned it on the Roadhog before. The Roadhog was super out of position. There's not really much you can do about it. But, this is good that you're getting high ground. But as far as, like, your impact, you kind of have to wait for someone to get hooked because you still don't have a Roadhog or a Reinhardt. So you kind of have to assume that all of the enemy hooks are just going to hit. And, like, you don't want to use this right here if you don't have a team behind you. Like, if the Roadhog was on the ground, it would have been really good, but since the Roadhog's not on the ground, it doesn't work out. Like, you need to just wait for the combo, even though you obviously see, like, the straight-up 5-man Graviton. Right there, you definitely wanted to bubble the Mercy, but the game is rough. Like, I mean, the Ana got in your way, which I don't think is your fault, but... I might have preferred you to have been more aggressive on the Reinhardt there. I think you could have killed him in the 2 seconds that you had your bubble. Then you wouldn't have even had to been in a position where you had to fight the Zenyatta there. Like, you and the Reaper should have been more than enough to kill the Reinhardt in that lower, and then you might have lived. Somehow your Mercy doesn't get res, and then you're dead, and then the cart caps. But now you've come off Zarya to play McCree. I think McCree is even harder to play without a Reinhardt. I think the Zarya is really good, and I think you were pretty close to ult, so I don't know why you switched there. But I mean, I can tell you're getting frustrated that your team's not getting kills, but it's not really your team that's the problem, it's your comp. I don't know how bad your teammates are actually playing. Just the fact that some compositions just don't win games. Like, even now, half your team is like behind. I don't even know where half your team is. Like, they're all the way in the back, like flanking or some shit. Like a flanking Mercy. But I don't understand what. But yeah, like, some compositions just don't win. Like, going Reinhardt would have been way better than going McCree here if you needed to switch, or if you felt like you needed to switch. Obviously, playing Reinhardt without Zarya still feels a lot worse, but... See, like, you're trying to be up in the front, but you don't have a tank, so any damage they throw at you is you're just gonna die.
For the love of God, kill him!
Look, your team is angry, unless it's you. But you don't get kills without a Reinhardt. It's like, you're always at a disadvantage. This is a pretty NA nano boost if I've ever seen one.
He's a slap.
Just charge here because there's no reason not to. Again, like, if your teammates are dead, just go for the YOLO charge. Like, it can't arguably get any worse. But your team's cleaning up now. I mean, as soon as you switch to Reinhardt, your team starts winning the fight. And I expect you to hold here. The fact that you guys didn't get capped on yet, and you didn't have a Reinhardt this long, is pretty impressive in itself. Like, you would expect your team to actually win the game now. I mean, that's kind of how charging works, right? It's like if someone dies in your team and you're going to lose the fight, like, Reinhardt's one of the few heroes that can kind of equalize instantly. Like, let's say your McCree dies and then suddenly you're down a DPS dealer, like, you might as well go for the charge because you're probably going to lose the fight anyway, but if you get the pin and you kill one of their players, maybe you win the fight because you equalized. Like, that's kind of the thought process when you play it. It's like you're making space, but it sounds stupid because I always say making space and you guys think it's like a joke, but it's actually not that bad. Right there, like, you hesitate, you could have just gone for the charge there and you would have easily gotten the hog and probably gotten another 20% of your ult.
He wasted his ult. Genji wasted his ult. Reinhardt down. Genji down.
But, like, you see, your teammates weren't actually that bad. It's just they didn't have any damage blocks, so the team was just losing. Like, you should probably just push up here. Like, if the Roadhog's in front of you, you might as well just go help him, because if you're not blocking him, then I probably would have Earth Shattered under the cart there, but I guess you didn't see them. That's a good Earth Shatter though. Charge. What? Where'd the Reaper go? What just happened? You can just frag now, man. I mean, this is good. I mean, switching heroes was, like, actually just why you won. I mean, like, you obviously could play Reinhardt cleaner or whatever, or be more ballsy, but the fact, like, the sheer fact that your team had a Reinhardt was enough for you to win the game. Now, I don't actually know where Reaper went. I think he got hooked. I think the Roadhog hooked him.
I had 1 HP and I was healing, the stray bullet from Reaper killed me.
I like your, oh no, boop. You're gonna get ult here and you just Earth Shatter the floor. Oh no! Oh my god, you were so close.
Well, I mean, we were trying to kill him, dude. I mean, he does good.
What's unfortunate there is that if you had hit one more swing, you would have actually had Earth Shatter in time to stop the Dragon Blade. Your team's still arguing, which is kind of stupid, because, like, not only did you win, but The only reason why the game was even close was because you didn't have a Reinhardt for the first like 5 minutes, 6 minutes. So you would expect your team to just steamroll right now if you stay on Reinhardt, but you never know. Yeah, I mean, dive comps are cool and all, but the thing is, I don't think you can actually carry as Tracer in Platinum unless you're actually good at Tracer. Like, I don't know how people play Tracer. Like, I feel like if you had good enough aim to play Tracer, you wouldn't be in a low rank. Does that make sense? I don't know if that's true, though. I mean, that's just how I view it, right? Now your team's just not running Ana because you don't want to win. But is Zenyatta that good here? I don't think so. I think Ana's just better. You're running double tank. I think if you have Hog and Reinhardt, it's definitely worth it just to run the Ana. If anything, ditch the Lucio for the Zen, but...
I'm not just saying it's you. It's you. That's not what I'm saying here. I'm just saying the guy was just coming in for me every time, and like nobody seemed to even...
Can't carry with Tracer, your aim is shit. Got it. No, I mean more so that, like... If you had really, really good aim on Tracer, and it was, like, better than any of your other heroes, you would be able to, like, win more games with it than not. So you would, like, climb. You were, like, actually really good at aiming as Tracer. Like, there's better heroes that don't screw you over so much. Like, bad aim on McCree is definitely more forgivable than bad aim on Tracer, I think. Because, like, McCree, you have to hit, like, what, 2 shots? Like, a headshot and a body shot most of the time. With Tracer, you have to, like, literally full empty a clip into somebody. You know what I'm saying? Even Reaper. Like, you hit a few meat shots, and you can win or get your Beyblade, but a bad pulse bomb is a lot worse. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I would say you should probably be, like, this is good shield management. I mean, you're still pushing the cart, but your teammates are way too cocky here for no reason. And that Reinhardt's feeding. So the second that Reinhardt feeds, you should probably just charge him. Since I guess this is fine too. I guess you didn't even really need to charge him. But now that their Reinhardt's dead, you should probably just go man up on the Zarya. You can just swing at her. She can't kill you. This is good though. I mean, you're keeping your shield alive. You're blocking damage. I mean, obviously, like, you can charge better. Like, that was not the charge at all. The McCree's above you. It's not worth it to go for that charge because the McCree still has the advantage. I guess he didn't really abuse it. I think he should have died, though, for sure. I think a better McCree would have just flashbanged you and two-shot you or something. But you're making so much space here. Like, I joke because you're making space, but you're right. I didn't hear, but maybe the high noon happened. That might have actually been in the play. If the McCree was high nooning, then the charge was really good. But I don't know which came first, the charge or the high noon. But the combo of charge into high noon is really strong still. Good pin. I would. I guess you couldn't Earthshatter there. Your teammates probably needed to save you. Like, if your Lucio had popped ult or the Zenyatta had popped ult, you would have won, but...
Is this bitch really chasing me?
Your team's trading kills here. You just need to group at this point. Like, speed boost in and hit an Earthshatter. Your diva is kind of wasted space right now. You have to wait for her to get her suit back. Obviously, it's not that simple. You expect that they have Earthshatter here because the Reinhardt didn't shatter last fight, and it's been like, I don't know, 2 minutes, so he probably has it. But your job right now is to find a spot for you to hit the Earthshatter. Ooh. Although that was a really good counter charge. I don't know if it was luck or what, but I mean, at least the setup was there, and you forced the Reinhardt to burn his charge anyway. You just play Reinhardt, swing around the cart. I mean, this is good. Like, not blocking damage because their McCree's dead, so there's not really much for you to be blocking anyway. Unfortunate death to the Dragon Strike. What are you gonna do? Not much. At least you blocked the Earth Shatter.
He got a shield at the last second. What a bitch!
He did.
The problem is though that it took you guys a pretty long time to cap that, so now you don't really have that much time for this point. Like you have to make this point work. I would say that you're charging a little too, I don't know what the word is. I wouldn't, like, it's not too aggressive. It's just, you should just try to line it up more. Like, you're not hitting people a lot. You're, like, getting charges off, which is always good. Like, I'm a massive advocate for charging in general. Like, this diva, just go charger. Whatever. Make more space for this McCree. Even right there, that's like a free charge. Like, you can see it line up. Like, the diva can't actually move between the cart and the wall. So if you charge in between, like, you're going to hit for sure. Now that the Roadhog's dead, you can just hit a fat Earthshatter behind. All of your charges keep getting like destroyed in the worst way. Like that time the diva bopped you, last time you got countercharged, and then one of the times before you got Lucio bopped.
I can play Zarya, but I'm playing McCree now.
Yeah, and you want to make sure you're not like charging off the map and shit, which happens a lot. But your team seems to have like an issue with using ults. Like, I guess this is a platinum thing, but the fact that you guys have 5 ults and you took that is kind of weird. But your Earthshatter hit 2 people and you killed the Roadhog before. So you essentially got a free 3-man kill by yourself, so you didn't need to use ults. But the fact that I mean, the reason why it took you guys so long to cap the first point was because your Lucio and your Zen didn't ult, but now they still have it and you still haven't used it. But I'd say this is a pretty good Reinhardt play. I mean, definitely better than I would expect from a platinum VOD. Maybe you don't play Reinhardt a lot, but your positioning's fine, and like you know when to swing, and like you see what I mean. Like you charge into a small doorway, there's nowhere for the Reaper to go. He had to blow his shift there, and now you can kind of like use that, or your McCree can abuse that. It's just good. You got pinched there. There wasn't much to do, but you see, like your Zenyatta pops ult there. Like if your Zenyatta had saved you, you would have gotten like a triple kill. But I guess it doesn't matter because your teammates clean up anyway. Like that was a really good charge. Just charge off cooldown. Oh no. Oh shit. Clutch. Suicide charge. Not the worst though. I mean, you took out 2 people with you, so even if you die here, it's a good trade. That was worth. But yeah, that was a clutch sound barrier. That was a clutch earth shatter. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, like your Reinhardt's good. Just like work on lining up your charges and like knowing when to charge. I feel like there were a few times where your charges should have gotten punished. They didn't, obviously, but your earth shatters were pretty good. Like you like the good thing that you did there that I think a lot of people don't do is like you got your earth shatter and then you just looked for a spot to use it. Like you forced the earth shatter to work. Like a lot of times I'll see people get their ults and then not change their playstyles to like adapt to the fact that they have ult, but you definitely like went for more of a, like whenever you had ult, you tried to find a spot where you could use it, even if it meant not using your shield like for your team. But I don't know, that was a really good Reinhardt play for sure. But I think one of the mistakes that people make at lower ranks is just acknowledging when their composition can't actually win. Like there's definitely times where your composition just can't actually win. And like recognizing when that is a big part of this game. Even like pro teams still have comps sometimes that like can't finish a map.